Hello all, and welcome to the next video here in the Onion Man's Rooftop 2 at a cow caravan of treasure, and sometimes barter. The streak continues as it always will, and we are here with the next episode of a game show. What kind of show? A game show. Why? Because I couldn't think of a better name. Anyway, yeah, some more retro game finds. One actually that I found before, but this was an even better copy, so I'm going to replace it. Yay. But yeah, we're here with the game show. Not much else to say. I went to it was actually a two-way store. It was a record and kind of movie video game store. It had a lot of stuff. Oh, I'm moving the thing here. Apologies. But it sold a little bit of everything. I went to two stores actually. One store I did not like, and it was all retro games. Some new ones, but mostly retro games. And look, I get some retro games can be rare and hard to find and expensive, but this place was price gouging badly. Actually, I have a great example of that here in a minute. And kind of like a two-way example of that. But then I went to another one. It was like a vinyl record store plus games and movies, and that's where I got all this. So yay. Yeah. Mostly, it's a couple of NES games, some Atari games, and a couple of PS1 games, and a little thing they threw in for me. I'm not a big fan that they stuffed it all into one pack here, but it is what it is. We'll get to that in a minute. You know what? I'll just show this off right now. They threw in a free pack of Space Invaders playing cards for me. I'm almost positive these are from Barnes & Nobles. Why? Because it has this tag, and I always see this kind of tag at a Barnes & Nobles. So I think they got these probably in bulk from a Barnes & Nobles or something, and they threw one in for me, so yay. So there you go. Anyways, the store was pretty cool. Some of the games are in a little rough shape, but they're good for placeholders until I can find better ones, and they're really cheap. I paid $2 a piece for the Atari games, which is pretty good. So I've got Berserk. It's one that's been on my list for a while, so excited to have that. I got a classic, Adventure. Gotta love Adventure. One that I really wanted. This and Asteroids were two of the ones that I really want. I still haven't found Asteroids. I don't know why. I'm having a tough time finding it in person. But yeah, I really wanted Adventure. Glad to finally have it. We got Missile Command. I believe Missile Command is very similar to Defender, if I'm not wrong. So pretty cool to have. And like a little bit of sticker residue on the back there, but nothing a little glue gun won't fix. And Air Sea Battle. Pretty cool. So yeah, all four were games on my list I can now mark off, so yay. This is going to be a pretty quick video because I can go through all this real quick. But actually in a minute I'm going to try to compare them. Should I? Yeah, I will. Why not? First NES game, we have Demon Sword. A lot of sticker residue on the thing here. The top part of it's pretty clean, and definitely some stuff here. But overall, the cart's decent. I'm going to have to clean it up a little bit, but nothing too crazy. Demon Sword, underrated little kind of action game. Check it out if you never have. A game I remember so much fondly from my childhood. I had to get it. We have RoboCop the game. Yeah. A little bit of yellowing on the back side of the cart, but nothing bad. It's pretty clean. A little bit of sticker residue up here in the corner, but again, that should be a pretty easy cleanup job. I love the RoboCop game. I remember it as a kid. My cousin had it with his NES. We used to play it all the time. So, the next one, these were the PS1 games I found. I found two PS1 games. I found the greatest hits version of Medal of Honor, the original Medal of Honor game. I've never actually played the original Medal of Honor game. I played the PS2 ones, a couple of the PS2 ones. I was not a fan when they rebooted it and made it like Modern Warfare. I didn't like that. I like the old World War II Medal of Honor style, so I'm really excited for this one. They did not have Medal of Honor Underground. I've heard that one's really good too, and I want to get it, but they didn't have it. But check this out. These, like, the Atari cartridges show their age, so did the NES, but check this disc out. It's a little dusty, but like super clean. Little bit of scratching here on the inner ring, but nothing bad. I was shocked because this store it was cool. It had a lot of those vinyl records and a lot of games and a lot of like an ungodly amount of Blu-rays and DVDs. More than I haven't seen that many since like Hastings closed down in my town. Anyway, but like, you know, I was looking at all the stuff. A lot of the used vinyl records looked really rough. Some of the games looked rough, but their PS1 games were all like super clean. So they must have came from like the same seller or the same guy that sold them to the store, because they were all super clean. Most of them I had, but anyways, here's this. And last one. If you remember the annual Dallas trip from this summer, I already bought this game, but this is an even cleaner copy of the game. I think we're gonna test that. I missed the trash can. Biofreaks. So yeah, Biofreaks. I bought it again because check this out. Like some minor scratches, but almost like a super clean disc. Amazing. So yeah, that second store was pretty cool to find some of these things in. So that was cool. Is what it is. Got some retro games. Pretty cool. Actually, I'm gonna do a comparison here. Let's look at. Uh-oh, wrong drawer. Bear with me here. Biofreaks. There it is. So this is the copy of Biofreaks I got in Dallas. It's real sticky here. There's the tag. That was it. Found it electronics. So if I open this one up, let's open this one up. It's a clean disc, but you can see more of the scratches on this. So I paid this price. I paid $12, and it's a little scratches. Nothing too bad. It plays. I booted it up. I played it. But for $8 at this store in Lubbock, Texas, this used vinyl record store, I found an even, so for $4 cheaper, I found an even cleaner copy. Pretty interesting. I saw it and I was like, there's no way. And it was an even cleaner. So I'm probably gonna get rid of this one. I don't know. Maybe keep them both. I don't know. Like buy every copy of Biofreaks I ever see. That's a weird game to do that with. I did it with NBA Jam for a long time, but there was a reason for that. I was looking for the Charles Barkley version for the Genesis. But yeah, there you go. Some really cool stuff. Oh yeah, I was going to use Biofreaks as another example here. So that first store I went to that I said I didn't like the price gouging, and the guy there was just very off-putting. He didn't say anything. Like we walked in, no hi. In the words of the Tiger King documentary, not a thank you, fuck you, or nothing. Anyway, Biofreak. So this has a tag on it, $12. I paid $8 for this one at the used record vinyl store. So this was a really well-known, awesome, high-end game store in Dallas. This was a used vinyl record store for $8 in Lubbock, Texas. That other store in Lubbock, Texas, the one that was strictly a retro game store, had Biofreaks as well. And they were asking almost $30 for it. It was like $28.99. And I was just like, there's no way. Like, Biofreaks is not worth that. And I get they're trying to make a profit, and that's all great. But the fact that the highest end video game store I've ever been to in Dallas, Texas, had Biofreaks for $12. A used vinyl record store had it for $8. Makes sense, right? High end store, $12, cool. Used vinyl record store, $8. All right, cool. A retro game store that was whatever for $30 almost? No, like I'm sorry, I can't do that. And a lot of that stuff was there. RoboCop. No, not RoboCop. Demon Sword. Demon Sword. Yeah, the cartridge is a little beat up, but again, I think I paid $5 each for the NES games. They had Demon Sword at that store as well, and it was like $20. I don't get it. They're charging like around $15 more per game. They did, I will give them credit, they had a lot of Atari games that were fairly priced, like under $5 a piece. But I mean, they're Atari. If you price gouge those, then people really would know. So it was just weird that store did that, because I really wanted to go in there and like that store, but they were just really upping a lot of the price. Even they had a copy of Death Jam Vendetta Fight for New York, which is a holy grail video game for me that I have. I did one of my previous game shows. I ordered that game. I finally got it. I paid $100 to $120 for it. I can't remember how much. But they had it, and they were asking for like 200 for a used copy that had a lot of scratches on it, and I was just like, oh, there's no way. It was just wild, the prices they were asking. It was really bad price gouging, even for a secondhand store with retro gaming. But I'm glad to have these. 4 Atari games to go with my Atari Junior that I didn't have that I wanted. They were on my list. I can mark those off now. RoboCop, loved it as a kid. I know it's not the greatest game, but I'm a RoboCop fan. Anybody who knows me knows I'm a massive RoboCop mark. Had to get it. Demon Sword, a game I've been looking for. An even better copy of BioFreaks for less the price. And the original Medal of Honor game. I think that's pretty cool. I think they're really good finds altogether. So, yeah. And that's it. Hopefully pretty soon. Oh, free cards, which I'm pretty sure they either got and or stole from Barnes & Nobles. So there you go. That's it for this video. If you like the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I always appreciate anybody who does. And hopefully I can go back and find some more retro stuff. That guy said they get stuff usually every couple of weeks they'll get a big order of retro game stuff. So who knows? And Lubbock is actually closer to me than Dallas, so I'll probably check it out when I go back. But that's it for this one. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video.